Someone is thinking about you morning, noon, and night, but that is not the only thing that is going on between you. I was hearing you are sending each other messages through songs, signs, and synchronicities. It's really wild because you have that person questioning their entire reality. They're at a point where they almost feel haunted by your energy. So there is so much coming through, and I feel like this is what is going on within them. They are all over the place, but in the best way possible, if you know what I'm saying. Before I started filming, I got really nervous. You stir something up within them. There's this intense energy that you are able to cause these energetic shifts within them, but it's more what they're seeing also on the outside, because they're seeing all these signs and synchronicities. They're going through their day. Basically, they're waking up. First thing is they're thinking about you, and there's sometimes it's like, I don't want to say guilty pleasure, but before they go into their day, they really start by just dreaming about things that they want to do with you. And they're picturing what it would be like to wake up next to you. This is, by the way, someone who's really romantic. And the interesting thing about that person is they pretend as though they're not that romantic, but they're actually, they have a really romantic side to them. And so here's what I was seeing. They start getting ready for their day, and suddenly they hear these songs. And every time when they listen to a song, it's like they maybe have a playlist going, and they get this shock where they can feel that it's a message from you. So I'm seeing like you have a very strong telepathic connection to them, and you're sending each other messages through songs, because this is the crazy thing. It really works. And often you don't need to sit there yourself and be like, okay, let me send a message. It's more the way that you energetically reach out to them with whatever you're telling yourself about that person, you know, the way that you tune into your connection. This is when your higher self is reaching out to them. And then they're getting these messages, and it hits them almost like a shock, because for a second, they're kind of freezing. They're like, whoa, this is unreal. This is actually a little bit paranormal almost, because they're going through their day, they're just getting ready, you know, maybe they're in the shower, having a playlist on, and boom, it's like they hear that song, and it's almost as if you're speaking to their soul, you know what I'm saying? Because music carries so much. And there is just a very special thing. I don't know if they are an artist or a musician, maybe even. Something about music. You both seem to be very passionate about music. And I want you to be on the lookout, because here's the interesting thing. When you're having telepathy with someone, you know that we're all connected on a soul level, okay? You can feel when that person is thinking about you. So it's not just when they are, let's just say, thinking about you consciously, but also you can feel what their soul is trying to tell you. And I want to give you a little bit of a tip here. Maybe you want to try it out for yourself, because I feel you are in a connection with them where both of you aren't really talking in the physical. It seems to be either you're in separation or no contact, but Spirit is saying you're never really in no contact, because actually you have been communicating the entire time. And believe it or not, this phase of separation, or maybe you're also just crushing on each other so far and nothing has really unfolded, whatever the case might be, this phase that you're currently in is preparing you for something. Because in the void, I know we don't want to hear it often because we want to see the movements, we want to see the text, okay? We want to see that confession and everything, but in the void, everything is happening. I'm seeing you sending messages the entire time, but it's not in the classical way. And I want you to tune into this for a second. This is, by the way, an exercise that you can find in my telepathy guide, where I'm going all into how to overcome no contact, how to really tune into telepathy on a level that person just can't ignore, how to send them your intentions and connect in the quantum field, because there is a reality where you have it now, where there is no more waiting, no more guessing, no more hot and cold. And the most important thing that we have to understand is, like, when it comes to telepathy, it's all about sending a clear signal. So basically, you're like a radio tower, you're sending out signals every single day, and in order to see what you want to see, you kind of need to send out a clear signal. This is what I'm going all into in my guide. But there is this exercise, and it is, you would feel into your own energy. Takes a little bit of practice, but I want you to feel into your own energy. What does your energy feel like? And the way that I would explain it is, when a friend is coming over, or someone and they have been in your room and you can feel their energy, this is when you feel someone else's energy. You can feel their presence. And when you learn to tune in, you can feel your person's energy. You can feel really when they're missing you, when they're reaching out to you energetically, when they're knocking at your door, energetically. So this is a very sneaky way to find out when they're thinking about you, because they're really thinking about you a lot. They're a lot in their mind. This is someone who is a very logical person. They're trying to overthink this connection, but they can't, because there is no overthinking, and they are reminded of this every single day through all these signs and synchronicities that they're seeing. There is an emphasis on the nighttime. You could have dreams of them. Maybe you're seeing them in your dreams, but definitely they are awake at night, because something about you leaves that person in a sort of mystery. There is a mystery to you. There is a level of something that they can't understand. Always hearing blindsided. This connection has them blindsided. They're kind of, here's what they're thinking. What is going on? What is going on? Because every single day they see all these signs, the synchronicities, angel numbers, where it's like they can sense that something between you is happening, because it's not just that they're seeing 222. They're seeing your name. They're seeing your birthday or your city, They see people who look just like you, and then this stuff happens, what I was telling you about with that music, that they listen to a random playlist. Suddenly a song comes up that reminds them of you, and they can feel you. They can feel what you're feeling. They can hear all the unspoken things between you, because what is spoken between your hearts is loud. And there is, wow. Yeah. This is wild. This is the reason they've been holding back for such a long time. I mean, we have the Three of Swords, the card of heartbreak, the Eight of Swords. That person kind of feels like the next catastrophe is always around the corner. And then they start to overthink your connection. They start to pick everything apart. But on the other hand, I'm also sensing that they are losing control over how much they feel, because they are almost like taken into your energetic pull, into this magnetic pull. Like they have no choice but to give into this, but they're insecure about what you're gonna do. Like, what is your next move? And I feel like both of you are looking at each other and everyone is like, what are you gonna do? Like, they're asking, what are you gonna do? You're asking, okay, when are you planning to make a move? And the only communication both of you have is this telepathy that is going on between you. And that kind of drives you wild, drives you crazy, because you're like, am I making it up? Then you're being flooded with all these signs and synchronicities. And the craziest part is they can feel you. Like, they feel your presence, you know? Sometimes when they wake up in the morning, it's almost as if you had been there, you know, or they reach for you when they wake up, almost as if it's already there, that reality, because they are longing for you in such a way. They're almost torn, I hear. Not because they don't want you, but more because of their own insecurities that keep holding that person back. It's almost like I'm hearing imprisoned. They feel imprisoned by their fear, their anxiety. They're standing so much in their own way. Wow, this is, whoa. A lot of mental energy. That could really be an air sign. Someone who is very rational, you know, someone who's like, okay, I want to figure everything out in a logical way, but there is nothing logical about your connection. But they have reached sort of a moment of clarity. You know, when you have a moment of clarity, this moment of revelation, something happened. I feel like it has to do with your energetic connection, where they had a breaking point or a tipping point where the risk of losing you is greater than overcoming their own insecurity, if you know what I'm saying. They might have pictured you with someone else and that made them freak out, or could also be that they had a dream about you where it was like losing you and they could feel what that's like, and that made them freak out, you know, where it's like, I can't let it happen. You know that scene in a movie where the guy suddenly has this moment of truth and he's like, oh my God, I need to get her. And he runs to the airport to you know, and she's about to board the plane and he's like, no, wait up, wait for me, let me explain everything. Or, you know, scenes like that. This is what it's giving, really. And with that World card, there are many different things that are coming up right now. First of all, it's like Alpha and Omega, I'm hearing, the end and the beginning. Wow, this is actually wild, because there is also a song that I've channeled, and I feel that whoever this person is, they are aware on a soul level that your connection is very special, and it makes no rational sense in their logical approach to everything, but they feel that you have known each other in a past life, or they have manifested you. Let me read you, and the Four of Wands is at and the Ten of Cups. Oh my God. We're gonna get into that in a second. This is wild, but the song is by Savage Garden. It's one of my favorite songs, and the lyrics are, I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you into life. I knew I loved you before I met you. I've been waiting all my life. There's just no rhyme or reason, only a sense of completion with that World card. Come on. The World card is the completion of everything, the completion of a cycle. Alpha and Omega, where everything is coming together, you know? Only a sense of completion, and in your eyes, I see the missing pieces I'm searching for. I think I found my way home with a Four of Wands. Something about you that they can't understand on a logical, rational level is the answer to all their questions. You know what I mean? Like, you're the person they have been praying for. You are the one they have been looking for without really knowing what they were looking for, you know, because they kind of knew the type of love that they want to experience. But when they met you, there was this moment of, there you are. I've been waiting all my life to meet you. This is the energy. This, not just like, okay, there you are, you're pretty, we're a good match, you know. It's more like, there you are. This is what I've been missing. This is that special energy. I'm telling you, there is something, I'm hearing almost intoxicating, but it's not in a negative way. You are all encompassing, you're breathtaking, you're intoxicating in a healing way. There is no boundary between you. They can't run and hide with you. And this is what made them, like, you know, when they look into your eyes, there is no wall. You break that person's defenses. But on the other hand, it's kind of like bittersweet. There is a dichotomy here because they want nothing more than to experience that stable home, family life, marriage. I'm hearing us against the world with that world card. You are also their world. Like, I could search the entire world and I would never find someone like you. Not just, you know, like you, but also who understands them like you do. I feel like, you know how rare it actually is? I think you're not even aware of that. How rare it is to be able to communicate like that on a soul level. Please know that these synchronicities that you're seeing are not random. If you want to truly get behind that, I am telling you there's something going on between you. Go and grab the guide. It is linked down below, and I have a very special surprise for you, because if you truly, it's up to you, but if you want to call in that reality with them, I'm talking the whole 9 yards, family life, marriage, maybe whatever it is you wish to call in your future, I have a free quantum leap meditation that will help you to connect to that future already in the here and now. It's very powerful. I have done it and I have had results where I was like, this is almost freaking unreal. This is why I wanted to share it with you. So let me see. I want to find out before we end this, because this is all over the place, but I'm so curious. I am curious. First of all, I want to know what they have to say to you, but I also want to share some signs and synchronicities that I picked up on. Let me see. Let me get a little message from them, and then I wouldn't change a thing about you. Maybe you don't realize how much of a dream person you are to them. Something tells me that you have imposter syndrome, even though you are such a boss. You know, you're a badass. You're bold, you're out there, you're a queen, you know, you give that energy of a queen. And that person is, or a king, but that person is definitely, they look at you and they're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, talking to them is easy from the beginning, and please acknowledge your connection here. Yes, they feel it's easy to talk to you, even though they haven't truly reached out to you, but you know, you're the first person. You're the first thing on their mind. You're the last thing before they fall asleep. You're the first when they want to share something amazing with. When they go through their day and they see something pretty, they want to buy it for you. That is the energy, like someone who truly puts you, not in an unhealthy way, but on a pedestal. You're the number one. I was hearing like, you're my number one. There is no competition. There's no, like, really something about the way you are makes you inevitable for them. And they're saying, my soul was made to love yours. With that song, look it up. I want to put it in the comments down below. But Savage Garden, that song, this is basically the dichotomy where it's like you meet them they looked into your eyes and they felt fireworks going on in their heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. And then everything happened so suddenly and it was inescapable. Like, they could not escape the force of nature that is you. And now they're hooked, but not in a negative way, because it's like you only make that person's life better and better and better, and they want more of it. But they are currently working through the last blockages that they have going on, because think about it, it actually makes logical sense. Because who are they in that relationship? Who are they in that marriage? They are the type of person who openly shows their feelings. And this is what they're currently going through. Let me share for the end. And by the way, if this resonated, claim it down below if you want to fully benefit from this, because I have supercharged this reading with a boost in your manifestation, whatever you want to call it. And I have manifested that it is going to be manifesting faster than ever. Go and interact with this video because it's an energy exchange, okay? You get what you give. If you subscribe, like, share, or hype, I am manifesting that you will get whatever you want, okay? Because I think we should all support each other. So the synchronicities, you could see 555, massive change, or 111, 1111 as well, because there is a sense of a timeline shift that is going on where you feel different within, but the outside hasn't really changed yet. Be aware that if you see these signs in the next couple of days, this is your confirmation as well. Bees, butterflies, birds and feathers, or dream catchers, leopard print, and the colors blush pink or green. Know that that is your extra confirmation, okay? Your confirmation on top of all the confirmation you have, because I think deep down you already know it's a done deal. And I want you to, instead of worrying about whether they're thinking about you, I want you to take these little breadcrumbs and signs and synchronicities and know that it's already flowing between you, okay? There's no need to worry. There's no need to overthink it. Spirit is saying enjoy what is coming. Be in that sweet anticipation of what is to unfold, because it is going to unfold in a very unexpected way, in a different way than you would have probably assumed. But when that hits, when you're in that final chapter of your story, almost final, because you're gonna experience a lot of beautiful moments, but when you're there, you know what I'm saying, like that thing happens that you manifested with them, you're gonna look back and you're gonna say it all made sense. There was no step that seemed unnecessary, because this is how the divine works. And often, you know, when we're trying to plan every single step, we're hindering the universe from giving us the smoothest way. So all you have to do is tune into it and then let it unfold. And the best way to do that is really through telepathy. Visualizing, using the thread method or the time machine. It's all linked down below. Go and check it out. Thank you so much for being here. I highly appreciate every single one of you. This has been a very long but also beautiful reading. Put your symbols and signs that you were seeing down below if it resonated, or claim the message below. And I will see you around in the next one.